again, and our topic for today is about performance management in a decentralized organization. So, what is decentralization? It is a delegation of decision-making authority throughout an organization by giving managers the authority to make decisions relating to their area of responsibility. In a decentralized organization, decision-making authority is spread throughout the organization rather than being confined to a few top executives. In this type of organization, even the lowest level managers are empowered to make as many decisions as possible. This is in contrast with strongly centralized organizations, where decision-making authority is reluctantly delegated to lower-level managers who have little freedom to make decisions. Here are the advantages and disadvantages of decentralization. For its advantages, it enables top management to concentrate on strategy, higher-level decision-making, and coordinating activities. It acknowledges that lower-level managers have more detailed information about local conditions that enable them to make better operational decisions. It enables lower-level managers to quickly respond to customers. It provides lower-level managers with the decision-making experience they will need when promoted to higher-level positions. It often increases motivation, resulting in increased job satisfaction and retention as well as improved performance. For its disadvantages, lower-level managers may make decisions without fully understanding the big picture. There may be lack of coordination among autonomous managers. Lower-level managers may have objectives that differ from those of the entire organization. It may be difficult to effectively spread innovative ideas in a strongly decentralized organization. Decentralized organizations need responsibility accounting systems that link lower-level managers' decision-making authority with accountability for the outcomes of those decisions. The term responsibility center is used for any part of an organization whose manager has control over and is accountable for cost, profit, or investment. The three primary types of responsibility centers are cost centers, profit centers, and investment centers. Cost center. The manager of a cost center has control over cost but not over revenue or the use of investment fund. Service departments such as accounting, finance, general administration, legal, and personnel are usually classified as cost center. In addition, manufacturing facilities are often considered to be cost centers. The managers of cost centers are expected to minimize costs while providing the level of products and services demanded by other parts of organization. Profit center. The manager of a profit center has control over both cost and revenue, but not over the use of investment funds. Profit center managers are often evaluated by comparing actual profit to targeted or budgeted profit. Investment center. The manager of an investment center has control over cost, revenue, and investment in operating assets. Investment center managers are often evaluated using return on investment or residual income measure. A segment is a part or activity of an organization about which managers would like cost, revenue, or profit data. Examples of segments include divisions of a company, sales territories, individual stores, service centers, manufacturing plants, marketing departments, individual customers, and product lines. In building segmented income statement, first, a contribution format should be used because it separates fixed from variable cost. Second, traceable fixed costs should be separated from common fixed costs to enable the calculation of segment margin. Traceable fixed cost of a segment is a fixed cost that is incurred because of the existence of the segment. If the segment were eliminated, the fixed cost would disappear. A common fixed cost supports the operation of more than one segment, but is not traceable in whole or in part of any one segment. Lastly, a segment margin is computed by subtracting the traceable fixed cost of a segment from its contribution margin. The segment margin is a valuable tool for assessing the long-run profitability of a segment. Allocating common cost to segments reduces the value of the segment margin as a guide to long-run segment profitability. Investment center performance is often evaluated using a measure called return on investment, which is defined as net operating income over average operating asset. Net operating income is income before taxes and is sometimes referred to as earnings before interest and taxes. Operating assets include cash, accounts receivable, inventory, plant and equipment, and all other assets for operating purposes.